Positions meant for people who will fill the gap, or try to, between the Fort Worth Police Department and the community are set to be filled sooner than many people think. Good evening, I'm Steve Eager.
And I'm Heather Hayes. There have been stronger calls for outside police oversight since Saturday's police shooting that killed Atatiana Jefferson. Now former officer Aaron Dean is charged with murdering Jefferson. Police say Dean never announced himself as an officer before shooting into Jefferson's home through a window.
Police now say Dean is not cooperating with investigators. Outrage over the case and others like it has reached a boiling point for many. Fox 4's Dion Anglin spoke to a member of the city's Race and Cultural Task Force to get a look at what is already in the works. Dion.
Yeah, expressions of anger and frustration continue throughout the city days following the fatal shooting. Last night's council meeting brought forward worthy topics of discussion and some where folks say the work is in progress.
Your city is in pain.
The Tuesday night capacity crowd at City Hall demanding action in wake of the police-involved shooting death of Atatiana Jefferson. Pamela Young, on behalf of the group Tarrant County Coalition for Community Oversight, sounded this demand.
We demand effective, independent, community-driven police oversight.
Wednesday afternoon, we are reminded.
We submitted our report and our recommendations in 7 categories.
Discussion surrounding a potential police review board in Fort Worth is nothing new. Race and Cultural Task Force member Bob Ray Sanders says the city is further along with that process than most people realize. He says the city council is in the process of implementing several recommendations.
Included in those recommendations were new positions for the city, including a police monitor and a citizen review board, but they would hire the police monitor first, who would then work with the city manager's office in coming up with an idea of how this citizens review board should be structured.
Sanders says he anticipates within the next month the city will begin interviewing candidates for that city police monitor position. Also important, and to be filled even sooner, a new position, Director of Diversity and Inclusion, whose department is responsible for putting recommendations from the task force into action.
We got 6 candidates coming in next week to be interviewed for that job. For the as a new city position that was recommended by the task force.
We don't feel safe. We don't feel safe.
Sanders says nothing, however, is likely to quiet the outrage surrounding what happened Saturday morning at the home of a young woman who died at the hands of a former officer now charged with her murder.
Of course, the community is very upset, as they have a right to be. They're hurt, as they ought to be. We're in mourning with this family, as this whole city and the country ought to be. But I think we're moving, and I hope that the community will give the leadership a chance to do the right thing.
Now, Sanders says that not every city council member is in favor of a police review board. He says it remains to be seen how the process will play out.